Hey everybody, hope your day is going well. We are back with another reaction. We're checking out Every Little Thing She Does is Magic by The Police. And this was a title I saw many times in the comments when I was browsing the other Police reactions that I did. And this one came back quite a few times on multiple videos. So I said, let me check this out today. Let's have a listen.
I've tried before to tell her of the feelings I have for her in my heart. Every time that I come near her, I just lose my nerve as I've done from the start. Every little thing she does is magic. Everything she do just turn me on. Even though my life before was tragic, now I know my love for her goes on. I have to tell a story of 1,000 rainy days since we first met. It's a big enough umbrella, but it's always me that ends up getting wet. Every little thing she does is magic. Everything she do just turn me on. Even though my life before was tragic, now I know my love for her goes on. I resolve to call her up 1,000 times a day and ask her if she'll marry me some old-fashioned way. But my silent fears have gripped me long before I reach the phone, long before my tongue has stripped me. Must I always be alone? Every little thing she does is magic. Everything she do just turn me on. Even though my love before was tragic, now I know my love for her goes on. Every little thing she does is magic. Everything she do just turn me on. Even though my love before was tragic, now I know my love for her goes on.
Nice. I was struggling with the, struggling is maybe a little bit of a too much of a big word. I mean, the contrast between the music that kind of want to make wants wants to steer me in the direction of, curling up the corners of my mouth, in a smile. And then the lyrics that are quite like, oh, this is sad. And I was feeling guilty for smiling. Why are they doing that to me? And then they were messing about in the studio, and then it kind of let me off the hook for smiling. Because this is like a story of unspoken love, because he overcome the fears of picking up the phone and saying something, because as soon as he comes near the phone or that person is like, ugh, anxiety's getting the better of him. But the rhythm of the song is like, yeah, you have those. And I never knew this before about the Police, before I started, reacting to a little bit of music of them, that they had this big reggae influence in their rhythm. I hear it in the drumming and the bass and even Sting's vocals. And here again in this song, I really like the drumming though. You have that rhythm. Then at the end, he kind of really went wild. That's Stuart Copeland, I believe his name is. And yeah, that was great. And I was trying to figure out what instrument Sting was playing, because in the beginning I said, oh, is he doing an upright bass? Then I saw he had that. What is the English name for that? In Belgium, in Dutch, we call it, I think it's the streek. What is that? The bow. Okay, the bow. That's what it. That's an entirely, because what? I never knew that. Yeah, the streekstok. That's what we call, or boog, which is the literal translation of bow. Okay, I never knew it was called bow. All right, because we call it, streekstok. Streek is like iron. And so I don't know why. Where does that come from? I don't know. Sorry for the language lesson there. There's so, I know a lot of English words, but sometimes my vocabulary needs to be expanded. Okay, so bow. I'm gonna have to remember that. But I wasn't sure what instrument he was playing. I thought, oh, is it a upright bass? And I saw he was holding a bow. I said, okay, is it a cello? Then it went down, and it didn't like. I said, what is this? It is like a bass with a. I don't know. If you know the name of that instrument, let me know. Because I was wondering about that through the entire video, and I could not for the life of me figure it out. I love his vocals. His vocals are always, it's almost like ghostly. Is that a correct word? It floats. It's so ethereal almost, his voice. It's almost like unreal. And I really enjoy that. It has almost a psychedelic effect on me. I don't know if that's a close description of what I feel when I listen to his voice, but it's really beautiful, and I like it, and it has a special element, and I can't put my finger on it or verbalize it the way I want to. Every little thing he does is magic. Maybe that's the closest. And then, yeah, the story, man, it's really heartbreaking, of that unspoken love, and maybe this person has a powerful effect on him, but also not getting past your own fears and anxiety, and every time you hype yourself up, like, yeah, I'm gonna do it 1,000 times a day, he said, even to call her up. And then even before he gets to the phone, the silent fears have gripped me. And then as soon as you decide to get close to the decision, then your confidence goes, your heart rate goes up, your mouth gets dry. You know how it feels when you struck by that anxious feeling, or your insecurities that you can't get past. So it may be less so about the person and the magic they perform on you, so to speak, but more about the your own fears and insecurities that you really just can't get past. And every time you try, it's like, you choke. Damn, that's tough. And that's the feeling I had, this pit in my stomach, and then my mouth wanted to smile because of the rhythm and the vocals, and it felt almost upbeat and stuff. Why did they do that to us? See, this was the one. It's sad. Bass is nice too. Yeah, the piano too.
was tragic. Now I know my love for her goes on. Every little thing she does is magic. Everything she do just turns me
Drumming.
on. Even though my love before was tragic, now I know my love for her goes on.
And then there's this electronic bassy sound, which I really like. Almost, it almost feels spacey or futuristic. And a piano. Yeah. That drumming is fire though. All right. Cool song. And it's, oh man, I'm still struggling again with the struggle with the contrast between the heartbreaking lyrics and the fun music. Yeah, good stuff. Thank you for recommending it and for spending some time with me and bearing with me getting over some of the verbiage that I couldn't just think of. Thank you. And if you have any other recommendations, please let me know. And I hope to see you there. Goodbye. Yes, the reaction is over, but yes, I'm also still here. And yes, this is a promotion for my Patreon. A lot of people that join my Patreon, they always tell me, I didn't know that you had one. You should promote it more. And I say, yeah, I know. I don't do that too often. And I was thinking about, adding a little plug, before the reaction, but then the intro becomes 2-3 minutes, and people that are totally not interested gonna have to sit through that or skip ahead. And I don't really like to do that. So I'll make this video, add it on to the end of the video. And if you made it that far, you can watch this part. And if you're not interested, you can just click off, right? Usually, most people don't even watch a reaction till it's fully over. So if you made it this far, you might like my reactions or my style or what I have to say at the end of a reaction or how I dive into lyrics. And that's what I've been doing on the Patreon, especially the second tier. The first tier is general support and access to the request queue when it's open, and also the occasional video. On the second tier, I do album deep dives, the blocked reactions, the watermark free reactions, and we've been doing some great albums. You might see some on the screen right now. And yeah, it's been amazing, and the support has been tremendous, helping to keep the lights on, because that's really a big part of the channel and how I'm able to do it, every day, and devote so much time to it. It's been amazing. Hope to explore many more albums and artists. And if you're interested, the link to the Patreon is in the description and in the pinned comment of this video. And yeah, it's been a great community. It's a rare find to have so many great people on the internet. It's pretty small still, but so many kindred spirits, so many great discussions we're having over there. It's been a great joy as well. It's been a help, financially, of course, but it's also been great to connect with so many like-minded people and have some discussions about music and discover some cool stuff. It's really great. So if you're interested, go over there. Happy to have you. It's not a lifelong commitment either, of course. You can just watch the reactions, dip out whenever you want. No worries at all about that. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know this way. Thank you so much for all your support. And, even if you can't support the Patreon, a like on the video, subscribing on YouTube, that's all free, and it takes a second, and it really does help out. So yeah, thank you for everything, and I hope to see you in another video. Goodbye.